Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 26th. We're going to jump right in here. I have this Balance, Spirituality, and Practicality card and this Communication is Key card. I feel you need to communicate with yourself, probably your higher self or something along those lines. So it might be just a good time to kind of like talk yourself into doing things or, but we're talking about positive things here, of course, that maybe you're just not sure if you want to do or, whatever. I'm getting something here about like needing to exceed your own expectations, which I think that energy is kind of floating around a lot nowadays. But, definitely for you, Pluto and Aquarius, I would say is a great time for you to blow your own mind, Aquarius, do things that you never thought you could do or, do things that you always have wanted to do. And that's definitely popping into my head here. You even have this power card, and I think that's where your power is going to come from over these next 20 years is, again, blowing your own mind, doing things that you didn't think you were capable of doing or whatever you want to call it. You have the Devil, the Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles here. These two are divine counterparts, so there could be some sort of divine counterpart coming in for you. It could be a Capricorn. That Devil doesn't even have to be a bad thing. It could just be, you have a bunch of Capricorn cards here, so it could just be a Capricorn that's coming in for you or someone with Capricorn in their chart. Take it how it resonates, whatever, but definitely could be a solid connection coming in for you. I do feel, though, that you could be... part of what you're walking away from is probably a part of your story. It's like you and Leo, you're opposites, obviously, but, I find in astrology that opposites are very similar in the readings. And you have the Sun card here, so you could be, this is that Leo energy popping up here. I'm not saying that you are Leo, of course. I understand that you are an Aquarius, but I do feel that you could be kind of walking away from things that no longer serve you, or that that is how you are going to grow, is by kind of moving on from something. You have the Eight of Cups coming up next. So this doesn't even have to be that big of a deal. Again, the Devil can be something toxic, but, with the Eight of Cups there, it can just say you're taking control of your life with the Emperor, and you're trying to live some sort of dream with the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups can be a knight in shining armor, but I always say that Knight of Cups could be your dream life. He's looking into that cup, and he's scrying. He's imagining his future life. And, well, normally, not in this deck here, but... you could be looking into the future or trying to picture your future. And the Queen of Pentacles it would be about gathering the resources necessary to do that. So I feel a lot of you could be gathering your resources. You do have the King of Pentacles. Again, I do like these two as divine counterparts. So if you are attracting love, this could be a person that really wants to have a very solid connection, that wants to stay together for a very long period of time. You even have the Ten of Cups. So it could be a person that's very serious about family or having a family. And, just looks to me like you could be meeting a person like that if you want love. Even if you don't want love, this looks amazing for improving your finances for all of you, not just those of you that don't want love. I'm talking about all of you. You could be really focused on stabilizing your finances here or increasing your abundance. With the Devil, you have the Knight of Wands. You want to build something new is what I'm hearing. Knight of Wands to me is sometimes like the true builder in the tarot. He wants to do something, he goes and he builds it. He creates whatever he wants to build in his life. And so I feel that for a lot of you, where you could be focused or you could have a stronger desire to build something new. This could be a new business, but it could just be you building a new life in general. And we have a lot of knights here already. So 1, 2, 3 right here, you're definitely getting ready to take action on something. Or, I don't even think these are people necessarily. Like, sure, they could be, but I think there's something bigger picture going on here for you, Aquarius. Like you're building something new, you're ready to take action. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands says don't give up. Nine of Wands is, of course, the wounded warrior. So I feel like you need to open up to new opportunities with this energy. Nine of Wands is also my card of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. And I do feel that you, out of all the signs, should definitely embrace experimentation or trying new and different ideas, because most of your success is probably going to come from innovation or innovative ideas. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Cups. This kind of looks to me like two confused people as well. So we have two people right here. The Seven of Cups, could say that the King of Pentacles in this situation is having thoughts that are all over the place, is, thinking about this, that, and the other thing. So there could be a lot of scattered thoughts going on in life or in your life or in a person's life. And it looks to me like someone needs to either ground themselves or needs to have some sort of focus. We go up to the Emperor here, which is great. So that tells me that, if this person is your Emperor, maybe right now, as we're doing this reading, meaning right this second, this person is not ready. It's kind of what it gives me the vibe of. But then it's like over time, you are, this person is developing into your Emperor. So maybe like not this week, this love is coming in, not this week, but in the near future. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have the Sea Serpent card and this Golden Egg card. The Sea Serpent is about reinvention, and the Golden Egg is something like I don't feel the traditional meaning here, from the deck. I feel that the Golden Egg is saying that you are sitting on an opportunity that could be very successful for you, but again, I feel it's something that is being built, or that you are kind of building in the background, whatever this opportunity is. You could be working on yourself, you could be working on a business, doesn't really matter, but I feel like you're kind of creating something here. You have the Eight of Cups, the Sun, and the Knight of Swords. I do feel like you're walking away from something that no longer serves you here. It's kind of funny. He's wearing red, right? And then you go to the Emperor. He's also wearing red. So you are taking control of your life by walking away from something. I literally said that at the beginning of the reading, but I feel for some of you, you are walking away from part of your story that has been repeating for too long. That's what I was talking about, by the way. I don't think I finished that with the whole Leo thing. It seems to me like you are, just like Leo, your opposite sign, you are walking away from something that is no longer part of your story, or that you don't want to be part of your story. And here you go, you have the Sun, which could be Leo energy, but I also feel that you are choosing your own, joy and happiness. I'm also getting here that there's something that you've wanted to do for a very long period of time that you haven't done. And I see you doing something that you've always wanted to do, or you're creating something in your life that you've always wanted in some way. And I don't really know what that means, but that's what's popping into my head. He had, this right here is a child. This right here is the wall that we all build up against our inner child. So the Sun, sometimes I feel, can represent needing to express your inner child, or the desires of your inner child, meaning you've always wanted to do something, you've always had goals, wishes, dreams, and now you need to bring those dreams down to earth. And I kind of feel that here. You have the Knight of Swords. I do feel that, like everybody else, that you should not run away from something. The reason I say that is that we go to Lovers. Knight of Swords is always running towards the past. And sometimes I feel that the Knight of Swords he can represent a period of time where you're very close to getting something you've always wanted, or very close to accomplishing something, then you're going back to the beginning. So I feel sometimes that the Knight of Swords really is talking about follow through, or needing to follow through on something. And I do get that for you here, Aquarius. So let's see. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Four of Wands. Whatever you're thinking about walking away from is going to set you free. The Four of Wands, sure, it can represent marriage, and we definitely see that in the reading, but really the Four of Wands is a card of completion. It's a finish line card. Right here, this looks like a finish line, and it's a portal as well. You have to go through the middle of the card to get to the other side. So for a lot of you, this is about crossing through a threshold, crossing through a portal, getting to the other side so that you can have freedom, so that you can be set free, so that you can have a celebration. There's a bunch of things going on the other side of the Four Wands. So there's a lot that could go on in your life if you would complete one thing and move on to the next thing. Again, I think this reading is very simple. It's just saying that you're ending a part of your story that's been holding you back for a long time. It could be anything. It could be a person you've been dating that's been holding you back. It could be a job that's been holding you back. It could just be that you've never asked for a raise at your job, and you could be, I think it's an amazing time to ask for a raise, by the way. So I would be asking. And so, again, whatever it is, it's going to be different for all of you, but it's something. With the Sun, you have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups really says that you have all the ingredients necessary to manifest something. I always say that to me, the Four of Cups is kind of like trying to manifest a cake, but he's manifested the flour, the sugar, the eggs in front of him. So he's disappointed with what he's received, but all he has to do is mix all those things together, pop it in the oven, and he'll have a cake. So for a lot of you, I feel it's time for you. The Sun can cook things. I feel it's time for you to cook something in your life, or time for you to put something in the oven, something that you've been thinking about for a long time. Yes, with the Knight of Swords, you have the Fool. The Fool is a contrarian. He is not afraid to march the beat of his own drum, is what I'm trying to spit out here. So he's not afraid to take a leap of faith and do something totally unique, or something that no one has ever done before. He's been through a battle as well. He has these tattered kind of sleeves on his shirt here, whatever it is. And he has done things before. Like, he's done a lot of experimenting. He's tried a lot of different ideas or new directions in his life. And I feel for a lot of you that this is saying it's time for you to take a leap of faith and not be afraid to be a contrarian in your life. You are an Aquarius. You're meant to have weird ideas and stuff like that. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this Power card and you have a Sanctuary card. So peace is definitely coming in for you. I also feel you are gaining power, but this is like personal power because you're just taking control of your own life is what I feel. You have the Emperor. It just seems to me like you are, because you're taking control of your life, that's how you are gaining power, especially with this Emperor energy. There is a little bit of love here. And again, I do feel you could be manifesting an Emperor type person. But like I said, I feel someone here needs some development, or they are currently developing and then they're going to be ready for you in the future. So, while, you could marry and have a family with this person. Look at this, 10 of Cups, Page of Cups, Lovers right here. You go this way to the Knight of Cups. So there's clearly, someone coming in for you. It could be a fire sign for sure. You have a lot of fire in this reading, but, again, I really don't feel this person is necessarily, quote unquote, ready to be in your life. So, that's kind of what I feel here with the Emperor energy. And again, the Emperor is about really taking control and making something happen, which I do feel like you're doing. You have the 10 of Cups here. The 10 of Cups is fortune after difficulty, good things happening after a difficult period of time. So there are clearly improvements coming in for you. I also feel that for a lot of you that this could, again, be a love connection with a person that you have a family with. I kind of feel this is something that might develop a little bit slowly this year. And if you've been waiting for love for a long time, I definitely feel this year. For others, I feel that there's something if you could just pick a focus right now, I think, I'm hearing something in my head. Hold on. I'm hearing something about 7 years is a long time or something like that. That is so weird. Random. So every once in a while, I get very random messages, and that's like one of them. Like, that has nothing to do with anything that I've been talking about, but I'm hearing 7 years is a long time. Like, maybe, they say we change every 7 years or whatever, but it's almost like there's something that is preventing you from having this 10 of Cups. I'm not saying there's a blockage or, something that you're totally being stopped from having your 10 of Cups. What I am saying is that I almost feel sometimes that we kind of attach too much meaning to something, or we think that something has to be permanent in our lives. I don't have a good example, but for a very long time when I was younger, I had a lot of business ideas. I started my first business when I was 16, cleaning people's fish tanks, right? And so that was my first business. And after that, before that, it's I used to have this thing where I would think of an idea that was probably a good idea, but I wouldn't do it because part of me would be oh, I have to be committed to this forever. And so instead of just trying it and finding out, I would stop myself from starting. And that's what I feel is going on here. It's some of you, but I feel something very specific for you as well, Aquarius. It's almost you're thinking too much of the future, this has to be forever. And I don't know, I hope that makes sense to you, because that could be preventing you from actually getting somewhere. It's almost you're looking at something as a finish line instead of looking at it as just part of the journey. And I think it would be better for you to start thinking about things as things that could potentially bring fulfillment, 10 of Cups, total fulfillment, happiness, joy. I think you should look at things as experiences that you're just going to enjoy for the moment right now and just see how they do, and just see how things go. This goes for love and pretty much everything. And I think that would be very beneficial for you with this card. You have the Lovers. The Lovers could, of course, represent love coming in for you, but the Lovers is also about being at a crossroads. I definitely see major change for you here, Aquarius, in your readings for forever. And, the next 20 years, of course, Pluto and Aquarius, a lot of change. A lot of you could be reinventing yourselves or, whatever. With the Emperor, you have the Queen of Cups. Definitely love coming in for you. This person has a good heart, whoever this person is. So I feel they are a very heart-based person. They could come off as cold or tough, have a, if it's a man, they could have a tough guy energy. If it's a woman, they could have a tough woman energy or something like that. But whatever you're into, right? And I feel this person, they have a little bit of a tough exterior, but I feel they're very soft on the inside, in a good way. And with the 10 of Cups, you have the Knight of Swords. Do not run away from your happiness. Something is going to make you very happy. And I feel sometimes we start working towards something, we get a little bit nervous about the future, or we get a little bit nervous that so, that if we start something, it's only going to last for a short period of time, and that we're just going to be disappointed again. That's kind of the feeling I get here. So I hope that makes sense. And I feel this is saying charge through that. Don't run away from it. Charge through it. With the Lovers, you have the Nine of Swords. You could be worried about repeating a cycle in love with the Nine of Swords. So I feel for some of you need to realize that this is going to be different. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have the Shift card. Here you go. It says, take your career in a totally different direction. Have the courage to change course, continue to grow, change, and learn. Yes, I think that's part of the journey. It's like maybe you are going to start something here. You're building something. We talked about this at the beginning of the reading. And how it starts might not be how it ends, but, I feel this is part of the journey. Go on the journey. You have this Beauty card. Says somehow your looks will boost your earning power. Part of me always wonders, Jupiter, we still have Jupiter and Taurus, and, part of me wonders if Jupiter and Taurus energy is kind of makes us, like the appearance of something is more important at this time. And so it's not about like your looks. This could be how your business looks, or it could be how you appear, or it could be needing to appear in a certain way. So definitely something to think about with this energy. You have the Knight of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Page of Cups. Knight of Cups is a knight in shining armor. So I feel there could be a knight in shining armor coming in for you with the Knight of Cups, something that sweeps you off your feet. So I feel for a lot of you, you could be being swept off your feet by someone in love. I do feel this partially has to do with your dream. The Ten of Cups, it can also be your dream. It can be something that would make you very happy, that if you manifested it down on earth, it would lead to a lot of fulfillment. So, I feel for a lot of you, the Knight of Cups could be just part of your dream. You have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups can be a card of disappointments and sadness. So I feel for a lot of you that this is you overcoming disappointments or sadness because it is showing up in the area of the good stuff. So it's going to be good no matter what. But I feel that some of you could be releasing something that has been disappointing, and you could be finding joy in something new. We see that with the Sun, the Ten of Cups. These are both cards of, great joy, happiness, good stuff. You have the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups could be a love offer coming in for you. So if you're hoping for love, there could be a new love connection coming in for you with the Page of Cups. And, again, this could be an admirer. It's almost like, I wouldn't say you're like responsible for someone's healing. King of Pentacles person here that needs to heal or is confused, but, it's almost like they see you and it helps them get over someone, right? I'm not saying that's what's happening, but, it's almost like that. So there definitely could be new love coming in here. Let's see. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Ace of Swords. Definitely a victory. I would also say this could be communication. So there could be a person communicating with you if you are hoping for a new connection and, they're finally reaching out. This could be like online or something with that Ace of Swords. You do have water here, but it really wouldn't surprise me if it was a fire sign. The fire is to me, is kind of outweighing the water energy that's going on here. I just think that it could be a fire sign who is very like kind, caring, nurturing, has all those kind of traits. The Ace of Swords is also a victory as well. With the Five of Cups, you have the Hierophant, marriage again. So some of you definitely could be getting married here. This could also be kind of some answers. It does seem to me like people could be getting some answers where if you haven't been sure what to do in your life or what direction to go in, it seems to me like people could be getting better answers on direction at this time. With the Page of Cups, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire in your life. I mean, this looks amazing. This way, this going here. You have the Ten of Cups to the Ten of Pentacles. Again, Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire. It forms a tree of life. So a lot of you could be getting some wishes, or you could be getting something that you've been wishing for a long time. This could also be amazing for love, obviously. You have this Nest card. It says, an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. Seems to me like you could be creating, you have that golden egg card as well, which also is an egg in a nest. So it looks to me like you could be stepping into something very great. You have this leg. It says stepping into new experiences. And I feel for a lot of you, it is time for you to gain new experiences if it wants to focus here. So I feel that any new experiences that you can have, I would have them. You have the Sunrise. It says new creative ideas, new ventures, fresh start. So there could be clearly you building on your new ideas. You have that Knight of Wands. Again, the Knight of Wands really says to me that you are building something new. So you are building new ideas. Also, there's a Sun here. You have basically the Sun twice. You have this Tower card. It says solid foundation, success with effort. We see a lot of success here. I would just be careful of, like, I'm not saying that you would run away from success, but I would just be careful of running away from success. I feel that there's a lot of success here, but you need to, keep pushing towards that success, right? You have this torch. It says spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. So a lot of you have learned a lot of lessons. It really doesn't surprise me. Put on your 12th for a very long period of time. You have probably learned a lot of spiritual lessons. You have probably learned some like good lessons, some challenging lessons. And, even the 5 of Cups sometimes to me says you learned lessons. The reason I say that is that he's grieving the loss of something that he once enjoyed, but he doesn't really enjoy it anymore. He's crying over spilt wine, but the story of this card is that he's lost his taste for wine. It's like he is sad that he no longer enjoys wine anymore, right? But there's something new and better behind him. So sometimes I think we grieve the loss of things like the lessons that we've learned. But the universe is trying to say, like, you've learned the lesson. Now it's time for you to get the blessing, which is something new. If he turns around, he gets the bridge and the castle. So he doesn't just get the 2 cups. He gets like a lot more. So that's what I'd say here. You've learned the lesson and now it's time to get the reward. But thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.